Hello everyone, I'm Elena Sentence and I'm going to tell you about my Learning Service Experience project for HLTH635. I volunteered at the Pueblo Community Soup Kitchen, which is a faith-based nonprofit organization located in downtown Pueblo. The Soup Kitchen's mission is to provide breakfast and lunch to the homeless populations and to those in need of the services. The Soup Kitchen has 3 paid staff members: the director, which is responsible for organizing and managing the necessary staffing and resources to fulfill the mission; the cook, which is responsible for preparing breakfast and lunch; and the dishwasher, which is responsible for washing and sorting soiled dishes properly. Other than those 3 paid staff members, the organization depends heavily on volunteers. The board of directors consists of 11 board members and is made up of volunteers. And so are the 2 volunteer coordinators that have been there since 2015. The Soup Kitchen is open Monday through Saturday, 6:30 a.m. to 12, and serves roughly 100 individuals every day. On the day that I completed my service learning experience projects, there were a total of 8 individuals, including the director, the cook, the dishwasher, one of the volunteer coordinators, 3 volunteers to include myself, and 1 individual who had to do community service hours. I was welcomed and accepted by the team right away, which accepting or being open to new members is the starting point of what makes a good collaborative service team for public health. Reflecting on my team at the Soup Kitchen, members were responsible, accountable, respectful, and communicated effectively. At the same time, everyone had a shared understanding of roles and duties, which are also important traits of having a good collaborative team for public health. Furthermore, my team consisted of people with various skill sets, knowledge, and abilities. Some had previous careers in the military, while others had careers in the human service sector. Some had college degrees, while others didn't. Despite the fact there was a shared understanding of norms, values, commitment, and common beliefs towards ensuring that the goal of having the operation running smoothly and providing meals to the population in need is reached by the end of the day, which again, a characteristic that makes up a good collaborative team in public health. Although the Pueblo Community Soup Kitchen is not a field of public health, it contributes to it. Why? Because providing meals to the homeless and the needy population reduces food insecurities, improves nutrition, and may even reduces the risk of diseases related to poor diets. There are 10 essential core competencies in public health, as we learned. These include analytical assessment skills, policy development, program planning skills, communication skills, cultural competency skills, community dimension of practice skills, public health science skills, financial planning and management skills, and leadership and system thinking skills. During my volunteer hours at the Soup Kitchen, I was able to experience some of these. Analytical assessment skills. For example, assessment skills were used by assessing the weather situation and the population's nutritional needs that day. We identified that hot coffee was needed in large quantities because it was very cold that day. And previous observation by the staff members had shown that homeless individuals like to drink 6 to 8 cups of coffee when it's really cold outside. So to ensure that this need was met, we prepared 2 3-gallon coffee dispensers and put them outside. Policy development and programming planning skills. Since the Community Soup Kitchen handles food, we supported and complied with policies and regulations regarding food safety and sanitation procedures, including hygiene and proper food handling. Before we all started preparing the meals, we had to wipe down and sanitize counters and the utensils. We also had to wear food handling gloves, and the director reminded us that gum chewing is not allowed. I believe that this experience falls under the policy development competencies of public health. Although no policy was developed, we all supported and followed already established safety and sanitation procedures. Next is the competency communication. Communication skills during my time at the soup kitchen were used constantly, but especially while working in the kitchen, which was quite hectic at times. In the morning, the cook shared a printout of what meals are going to be cooked that day and explained some basic communication standards and procedures for working in the kitchen. When we started to prepare the food, we constantly communicated back and forth with the cook to ensure that he is still informed of what we're doing or what we're preparing. Communication skills were also applied when food distribution came in, as one volunteer took over the charge and communicated with us where we needed to place that food that came in. As a collaborative team, we ensured that everyone, regarding of their cultural, social, or behavioral background, has access to our services and that food is available. I would compare this to the cultural competency skill domain of the public health competencies. Throughout my time volunteering, the director and the volunteer coordinator often ask us if we, as volunteers, had any concerns or issues, which in my opinion falls under the practice skill domain of public health, which also showed how well the team leaders collaborated with other team members as they ensured that if there was ever anything that we needed. Overall, my learning service experience project showed that a well-functioned collaborative team consists of individuals from different walks of life, but have the same beliefs towards working and reaching the goal, which also provides the answer to the question, what makes a collaborative service team for public health? Additionally, I have learned that public health competencies can also be applied to other areas beside public health sectors, as I have experienced this firsthand during my time volunteering at the community soup kitchen. My references for this project I took from the Public Health Foundation website. Thank you so very much.